Hi.
My name is Emma Erickson, and I have written and directed a play that you're about to see. It's called The First Individual, and it's based off of a historical figure from ancient Egypt. Thank you. Thank you, Abby.
Yeah, Abby.
Go, Abby!
I am Amenhotep IV. As of today, I am the next in line to be pharaoh in the 18th dynasty of Egypt. Last night, my father passed away. Amenhotep III, who ruled Egypt when Egypt ruled the world. We have lost our pharaoh, the muse to a renaissance. My father spent so much of his life preparing me for my reign while still maintaining rule over thieves. He was a genius. I have to meet his standard.
You are perfect, Amenhotep. You dream wonderful things.
Where do you come from?
I'm always here. I am a priestess, and these are the temple gardens, after all. I often grow my onions here in the summer. You're solemn.
No, for I am glad to see you. My father, you know already, I do not exactly fit the role of king. Odd as I am, I cannot be perfect.
He has left behind the peak of civilization. But Egypt is not left without a pharaoh. Amenhotep, I know you. No one is more befitting of the title than you are. You are passion, so fierce yet so loving, and so very stubborn.
I'm dysfunctional, and even worse, Nefertiti. I'm a romantic. I have to tell you, though I'm sure you know it already too, I'm in love with you, and would have you as my wife.
Amenhotep, why do you proclaim it? I know you. No pharaoh has shown love as you do.
What would you say?
I'd say yes.
I wonder, if you saw the things I saw, knew the things I know, would you still be at my side now? I'm next. I'll be changing the world because I'm being given a chance to do it. I'd be a sorry man if I did it alone. To do it without you would be a fate worse than... You say you know me. Do you know then that you're playing with fire? Why do you stay?
When I was a girl, I lived in a far-off land. I worked in the fields and the temples as a student. I was a lonely child, invisible to the world. All I wanted was love. People came and went, but it wasn't until I arrived here in Egypt and I met you that I became a woman. I'm going to marry you.
4 years into your reign, sire, the city of thieves thrives.
You are worthy of the name Amenhotep. Your father would be proud.
Svenkakari, how goes it outside?
It thrives. Why? What do you mean?
What's going on down there? Any news? Anything new?
No, nothing new.
Nothing has changed.
Rest assured, things are as they've always been.
And is the sky exquisite today? Is the sun bright?
Yes, Shu has given us a wondrous sky today.
Birds, are there birds today?
I believe I saw a few birds. Amenhotep.
Nefertiti.
I love to be a princess. The gardens are so much more beautiful now that I own them.
No rose can compare to you.
If you need something to do, Amenhotep, there are a few sets.
Do not breathe directly on the king. Further away, please.
Is that better?
I'm ahead of my time, Smenkakare. You showed me the papers, I oversaw them. We're done. Right?
Right. I'll work out all the details. It takes so much out of a person to keep a civilization happy. Overseeing all the temples, ruling over 2 lands, we are very busy.
I owe it to my co-regent, Smenkakare, for his knowledge of the courts and his liveliness. You keep me young, sir. I owe it to you, Nefertiti. No queen has ever ruled as you did. You are the first ever queen that is equal to a pharaoh. I appreciate that you oversee the temples. I cannot do it myself, for I would be blind with rage from the ignorance of the priesthood. More so, I thank the divine Aten for his guidance.
You mean Amen, as in Amen-Ra?
Aten Aman.
Amen? Amen, the god of the sun, the god of the gods!
We understand the rivers, why and where they will flow. We understand birth. What came first, the chicken or the egg? We can touch the dirt and grass. We made fire, we made civilization. We understand all that, but the sun? We cannot touch it. We cannot comprehend it. There are no answers for where it goes at night. It's too far out of reach, but still we need it, as we need air or water. The sun gives life. The plant grows towards the sun warms our skin. I worship the sun. Aten is our only benefit.
What about the others? Shoe of the sky and but the mother goddess. Amen rules the gods.
How can he rule what is not there?
I hope you don't take this poorly, but that is an extremely odd thing to say. What would the priesthood do?
If I hear another word from them, I will give each of the brothers a lashing for every one of their false gods. The old religion dictates everything in the country. I go outside and it's everywhere. In the temples, the art, in a person's morality. It has been the same their entire lives, and none of them has questioned it, despite the many holes in their reasoning and for bringing us only more grief. But you know me. I could go on about this stuff for days.
But I have often been compared to the beautiful goddess Mud.
Anyone may follow any deity they please, but I will not follow something I do not believe. Despite my best efforts, our civilization is not so perfect. At the beginning, I had a vision. If I was going to be king, I'd have to do it right. I'd have to change everything if I needed to. I'd have to uproot our way of thinking and correct it. I have ideas, things no one's ever thought of and things they won't bother to understand. This vision came to me, and it was Aten who sent it. Aten, the sun's true name. No gods of the land, sea, or sky, only the light of Aten. I have confidence in God and myself, but no one has thought outside the old religion before. They can't see it.
Then you are the first of your kind. And I will have to be by your side, of course. Uprooting Egypt will not be a task done easily alone.
You are as beautiful as a lotus. You are a high priestess closest to God, and Aten's most blessed creature. Smekakare, yes? I've decided to take out a few creative liberties. Egyptians are of a higher regard. We enjoy the fine arts. I'd say it's time we improve upon tradition. Let's erect new statues to commemorate my Amarna age.
What did you have in mind?
Long faces like my own, tall and thin too, with wide hips and a pronounced bust. All that to match the androgynous nature of my sun god.
Ooh, I like that.
Look at this. It is the disk of Aten. See its rays reaching out, touching everything? This symbol should be everywhere too, touching everything.
It's gorgeous, but it won't be a welcome sight in the city.
I'm not giving them the option anymore.
What?
Egypt needs a ruler, and I am that. To their dismay, my word is law, my way is theirs. I'm divine. Aten is in my ear. Carve the name Aten onto every brick of the city, onto every wall of every temple. Get it across to them. All right, go.
You wanted everything overwritten by the end of the month. That's not much time, Amenhotep. Our sculptors are exhausted.
I'm in a hurry.
Our people are miserable and overworked.
Let them work. They're all able-bodied. It's for a good and righteous cause.
You are smothering their prayers and their religion. You belittle everything they believe in, Amenhotep.
That name no longer fits my ideology. Amenhotep. Amen is dead. Call me by the benefit of Aten. Call me Akhenaten.
Tell me of your ideology then, Akhenaten, and it shall be written as law.
O sole God, like whom there is no other. You did create the world according to your desire. The countries of Syria and Nubia, the land of Egypt. You settle every man in his place. You suppliest their necessities. Everyone has their food, and their time of life is reckoned. Their tongues are separate in speech, and their natures as well. Their skins are distinguished as thou distinguishes the foreign peoples. You placed a Nile in the underworld. You bring forth as you desire to maintain the people of Egypt, Aten, of day, great of majesty. How can one manifold what thou hast made?
There is outrage in the temples.
They call me the enemy, a criminal. I do not mind. I call them little idiots. They hate the way they live. But I know, when it's all said and done, when they're dead, they'll thank me. Until then, they're under Aten's light. Thebes is good enough for them. But I can't stay here anymore. I must go where I can speak to Aten more clearly.
You're leaving?
Beautiful woman, you're coming with me. You all are.
Where?
To Amarna, my dazzling city of Aten. I'm having it built at the Theban necropolis my father created, away from the old priesthood. It's a paradise over there with all modern architecture. Our temples will be built in the name of Aten. You will have a palace. You will find asylum in the church. This is my pride. At the top of a cliff here is where my tomb will be constructed. It will be covered in my art, and you will be buried there with me. It's perfect transportation to the afterlife.
I don't know how you come up with such things.
It is Aten. Come, I'll show you what else I've planned.
How did she come up with this? I don't know.
Nefertiti! Beloved, where have you gone, my dear?
I'm here, Akhenaten.
Our daughter has something to say to you, dearest.
Which one? Meritaten, Mekataten, Neferneferataten, Tesheret, Neferneferue, or Setapene?
Mekataten.
Oh, joy, send for him.
Mom!
Oh, Mekataten, how are you today?
I met a crocodile at the river today. He had wicked eyes. And it was long, but not too fast, so I was worried.
Were you not tired and swept away by the current?
I'm always tired, and I can't help but worry, which makes me more tired.
Do you not know the meaning of your name? Mekataten, protected by Aten. Do not worry.
Aten, under the light of the sun, I feel your strength running through me like a river.
Come here, Mekataten. Mekataten, have faith. Go find your sister Meritaten and tell her about your day. She would love to hear it.
Mekataten!
Sweet girl, are you alright? Mekataten!
I don't feel well. I really don't feel well. She's gone cold. I can feel the light leaving her. It happened so fast.
Life is precious. Be brave.
We are not all so brave. My poor girl, she was unhappy.
She was not unhappy. She was a ray of sun. She was sick, tired. She needed to go. She is safe with Aten, Nefertiti. I know it.
I need her back.
Her spirit has left this world. She is not gone forever. And when our times come, we will join our daughter in life after death. I have followers now, a monotheism comprised of Aten's disciples. They understand. The city of Thebes calls us a cult, but I can only answer to God. Aten speaks to me. I had to carve my path from stone to follow the sun's light. Do you understand me, Akhenaten?
No, Father, you always speak in riddles.
Tut, you are my only son. You are of my royal blood, as well as my sisters. You are of a pure breed.
Yes, of course.
You don't get it.
Not exactly, but I would do anything for what you want me to. I trust you. If you think it to be true, then I know it must be.
Tut. It may not happen, but I never thought I would take the throne if it weren't for the passing of my brother. As my flesh and blood, I will clearly give you this advice, Akhenaten. Do what feels right to you, and don't listen to those who don't understand. Make your mark, and be true to only yourself. You are destined for greatness. You are a living image of myself. Don't let others direct you. No one else matters.
You're leaving the thieves again?
It's a shame that I'm so responsible for that city, but it has its perks. It's funny to see how angry they become whenever I discover a new error to right.
It should scare you. How much they hate you. I've walked these deserts for some time. I've ruled with a heart of steel, but I've lost too much.
These hardships are sent our way to make us stronger, Nefertiti. Aten knows you and favors your strength. No woman did ever raise her hand and strike as you did. When I return, and I will return, we'll have to visit the gardens. We'll walk the fig trees. We'll visit the lilies. We'll even go look at your onions.
Okay.
Nefertiti, I must tell you one last thing before I fly. I love you more than a man could ever love a woman. Without you, I would not have been able to